guys, welcome back. Sometimes life forces you to take a break, and that happened to me last week. I uh, I don't know how, but I pulled a muscle. I tore a muscle in my right shoulder, and so last week I had to rest my arm, for a number of days and not use it so the muscle could heal. And therefore, I couldn't draw, I couldn't edit, I couldn't do much. Couldn't make anything in the pottery studio. I was forced to take a break. And so now I am still a bit sore, but I can start using my hand. So this week I'm going to ease back into drawing. But this involuntary break also meant that I failed the 100-day project, because I couldn't draw for almost a week. And that meant that even though I wanted to complete the 100-day challenge, it didn't happen because I still want to draw every day, but that week I just feel it doesn't make sense to continue calling it the 100-day project because I didn't draw 100 days in a row. But this break has gotten me thinking. I had some time to think. I've been thinking about leading a creative life and also being a mom. That's something that I have been trying to find a balance between my creative life and my home life for years, and I think I'm probably not alone. Because let's face it, the majority of us that creates and wants to make art, we don't have hours and hours of undisturbed creative time every day. Most of us has to find small pockets of time in our everyday life. I have found that in February I was ill, I was sick, and then I got busy with a lot of adulting, boring stuff that just you need to take care of. Meetings and admin stuff and budgeting and taking the kids to various things. So that's up until I pulled that muscle, I had already felt a bit frustrated with myself because I had this notion, I had this idea that I had to have hours and hours of undisturbed creative time. But as I've been on this break, I've been thinking, what if I never find that balance? What if I never get to that point where I can just create for hours? At least I might not be able to until my youngest grows up, and he's only 13. So that's 4 or 5 years down the line. And I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait around and tell myself I can't create until that happens. So I'm just going to make the most of it and actually start creating in the pockets of time that I have. And also maybe try to be better at finding a balance and look at what I actually use my time on. Because some days I spend most of my energy on mom mode. And when it comes to the evening and I have time to create, I'm too tired. So that's something I want to focus on going forward, is actually cutting out time in my day, like prioritizing those small pockets of time. Instead of sitting down and doing something else, I want to create. And I had been doing it a bit more as a part of the 100-day project. And then this happened. But I also started something. Started reading a book. It's called 1,000 Feasts by Nigel Slater. And it's such a beautiful book. It's a collection of diary entries, journal entries, where he writes about, it's just small moments that he wants to remember, that he cherishes. And it's so beautifully written. It's all the nice, wonderful, joyful moments, a lot of evolving around food in his case. But it's really inspiring, and I've been really savoring this book and only reading a little bit at a time because I want this to last. It's just so beautiful. And it got me thinking, because he wants to remember the small moments that fills him with joy and happiness and gratitude that he might forget otherwise. And that's something I've talked about before, I think. It's something that I've been on my mind, that I want to this year cherish the magic in the mundane and really focus more on the small magical moments. So it's in line with what I've been thinking myself. And actually before I injured myself, in the last vlog you saw me make this one. And I started keeping a different kind of journal or art journal, where I just want to collage, like it's almost like a collage style of small everyday moments and feelings. Because in my illustrated journal, as it is, this is almost 99% of what goes in this one is things that from observation, things that is in front of me, and or things that I have taken a photo of from photo reference. So it's about events, but mostly about my surroundings, and things that I see, and not feelings and thoughts and joyful little things. I want to be able to do that in this journal. And I started it before I injured myself. So that's my plan, is just ease myself back into this one. And the other thing I've been thinking about is that, because I had this idea that I had to make big art. I had to prepare myself to make a big body of work, and I had to paint on canvas or at least wooden boards. But right now I don't feel like it. I just want to play around in my sketchbooks. And I've decided that's okay. Because I don't want to waste canvases on something that I'm not happy with, because I'm not invested in it. So I want to play around and find my groove before I actually start making bigger body of work. Because that is something I want to do down the line, but just not now. So this week is easing back in using my arm and my hand, because my hand is okay. It's just my arm that hurts. So I am going to ease myself back into it, and let's see what the week brings. So welcome to the vlog. I'm about to document my day in my new illustrated journal, my art journal. And I think I want to document, because I want to focus on the positive stuff from today. And it was really lovely going for a walk at the beach with the rolling waves, and there was hardly any wind, and it was very, very nice. So I want to document that. So I tried to sketch a seagull, and I want to paint that in watercolor. it's in the evening, and as you saw, I started the day off by writing my morning pages at the beach, at the waterfront, and I've decided that I want to start doing my morning pages again. I've been slacking, so it was really nice, and it was very lovely to see the swans back. They usually have a nest at that beach, but last year they disappeared before the eggs hatched. So I was really pleased to see the swans back. So I think that's what I'm going to draw in my journal today, in my art journal. But because I also went to pick up some glaze for my pottery that I'm going to use tomorrow, and then my daughter and I stopped at this thrift store that I hadn't seen before, and it was very nice, and there was a lot of quirky, fun things. I think I just showed you, but I think I'm going to draw the swan because that was really neat, and I was able to approach it or at least get semi-close to it, because you have to have a great deal of respect when it comes to swans, because they will attack you when it's nesting season. So I was able to film and take photos. So I'm gonna draw the swan now. So let's finish the page in the art journal. As you saw, I went into the studio, and it was really nice actually glazing all of that stuff, because I've been meaning to do so, and last week I was really looking forward to it and I couldn't, so it was really nice. I hope the sheep will be finished before Easter, and as you saw, I have made this little owl, and his beak and the black in his eyes are supposed to be this bluey blacky color, but before the firing it's bright red. So now he looks kind of cursed, which is a bit, he looks quite funny actually. So I think I'm gonna draw him in my book and finish the page off. So let's go to the table. page is finished. I finished it with matte acrylics, Posca paints, markers, gouache, and acrylic ink to finish it off. And I really like the way it turned out. I am glad that I added my cursed owl, and I hope that you enjoyed this week in my new art journal, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.